right, churches, I got a good cloud-based live streaming solution for you that's going to allow you to multi-stream to different locations. It's called YoloLiv. All right, we're on the YoloLiv website. See the description for a direct link. And when you're on the YoloLiv website, we are going to go to YoloCast. There is a YOLO box that you can stream directly from, but we're not going to cover that. In this video, we're just looking at the online multi-streaming software in the cloud. Go to YoloCast, then go down to Compare Plans. And we're going to look, first of all, how much, because that's what's the first thing on most people's mind. Is it affordable? Is it something that will work within my church budget? And being a pastor, I understand that budget is a major determining factor for churches. I've got it toggled on to yearly, which in any case, as you well know, is going to give you the more affordable price. I really like the $19 a month starter, which I think will work for most small churches. And as you tier up, it does have some capabilities. As you get into the professional, you do have the ability to add donations and to be able to embed a player into your website, which I also like. But you'll have to determine whether or not that'll be beneficial for your church. And also see the description below for a direct link from Toller Media that will help you even further. So go to the $19 a month one, and I think that will help you get started out, and then you can move up from there. Now you can see that there is a 7-day money-back guarantee, so give it a test drive and see how it works for you, right? And as we're scrolling down, I'm going to point out a couple things that I really like out of this. Is that the capability to add a thumbnail to, especially when you're scheduling streams. And I encourage you to go to the description and be familiar with Canva. If you're not good at Photoshop, which I'm not, you want to go to Canva and create your thumbnails. And this is images that will show when you schedule a stream, and it will just help you go to the next level when you're live streaming. So your thumbnail, and let me know if you're interested in a video on creating thumbnails for your live stream. Then the next thing that is very great is the video resolution. And I encourage you, especially in 2025 at the recording of this video, and has been like that for a while, but especially the minimum you want to be streaming in, if you can, at all possible, is 1080p, especially for those who watch and on the TV and other devices, that you have the full HD quality at minimum, if at all possible. So I do like that. There are other companies I've used in the past that, since the pandemic, have really raised their prices when it comes to streaming in 1080p, and you're really paying a whole lot more these days for that capability. So I really like that about YoloLiv, and I like it about the $19 a month if you pay the year in full, and the ability to, so that's a major plus there. As I'm moving down, you can see you can stream to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Facebook, Twitch, and then you can add RTMP destinations as well. Social scheduling, I think, is so important to let people know ahead of time about your services, or if you're live streaming from the house or your home studio, that you can let them know ahead of time for social scheduling. I really like that. And then concurrent stream destinations, again, a major plus, that you are able to stream concurrently to 10 locations with a $19 a month plan. You get the business plan moving up and further, which is probably the highest tier of the churches I work with. Of course, if you're higher than that, God bless you. But with this one, 30 destinations at the same time. That is a major plus. But even with the basic one, 10 is very generous, I will tell you that. All right, moving on down, I do like the ability to embed to the website using an embed code, and I really like that capability. You'll have to look at your individual church situation to see if that is beneficial to you or not, and that's up to you. Some churches, I would say, that would be beneficial, and then other churches, I would say, probably it may not benefit you, but you have to look at your individual congregation and make that decision on your own. But I do like this. Even if nobody watched it, I still like the capability to embed to the website, but you do have to move up a tier in order to get that. And then also password protection. You may or may not need or use that. That's not found in the basic plan, but as you tier up. And then the ability to add donations, support links from external sites to accept donations from viewers is not included in the basic plan, but as you tier up as well. And then you can see that all the plans include a secure platform, multi-streaming, 24 streaming if you're into that, live stream recording, backup stream, ad-free HD streaming. So we're going to go into cloud login. If not, you need to start free. So see the description again for a link that you can open, get you started out. And then go to cloud login. As you can see, I have already created an account and I'm in here to their platform. User-friendly, pretty straightforward. We stream from OBS. I'm going to show you how to get that plugged in. The first thing that you want to do, and I'm going to work back here first, and then normally your workflow would be start from the top. Okay, so go to your destinations, and you can see I've already added Facebook and I've already added YouTube. I'm going to use this as an example, and if you click that, you can put, add Facebook. I've already done that. So what I'm going to do for you as an example is I'm going to click on this and just reconnect to it. And you can see that I'm going to have to continue as David and allow it to connect. I've successfully linked my social media Facebook account, which is great. So do that first as you're getting started up. And then go to Stream Source. As you can see, there is the YOLO Ultra and Pro and Mini, the box. We're not going to cover that in this video, and also media uploads. But what I'm concerned about is I want to add OBS. As you can see, I've already done that, but you would go to add source, and I just typed in OBS. I didn't even add a description. And then we can see we have OBS added, and it does show offline. I'm going to show you that is not saying that you're not connected. That's saying that you haven't started streaming. We'll look at that here in just a moment. But as you create that, you're going to be given a server URL and then also the stream key that you definitely do not want to share with anybody. So we're going to scroll down and you're going to see add source, and this is where I'm going to connect OBS. I've already done that. As you can see, it's already added, but if to do that, just add source, type in OBS for this example, and I didn't even add a description, and then I have OBS. When I open that, I'm going to have some important things that you're going to see here, which is going to be the server URL and the stream key that you definitely do not want to share with anyone else. And those are the two I'm concerned about. So I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to go to copy and then go over to OBS and then go to settings and then go to stream. And then as you can see, I have already added a custom, and you're going to go to server, and then I'm going to paste the server URL into this box, and then I'm going to go back. I've already done this, but I'm just showing you as an example. And then you're going to copy, and then you are going to paste. And once you do that, you're going to go over, I'm on a Mac, so apply. Make sure you do this. Apply is on this side. If you're working on a PC, it's going to be over here, but hit apply, and then OK. And that's all I have to do. And when I go to set up my Sunday service, I'm going to go to two places that I can do this. Number one, probably the easiest one to find is live events, but also notice that as you go down to your stream source, it also has create live event. Either way is going to get you to the same. Let's keep it simple. Go to live events, create live event. In this case, you can see the other, re-events or media videos that can be sent as lives. But in this example, I'm looking at my Sunday morning, Wednesday night service, RTMP. Click on that. And then with the source, I am going to go to OBS. Then I am going to create an event. And I actually just realized something. I need to stop streaming there. All right. and that way this will say offline. So go to create live event, and then at the top I am going to add my source. In this case it's going to be OBS, and then I'm going to put Sunday service, and description I'm just going to put test for this example. Content type, I'm going to choose church, service, or religion, or wherever applies to you. For the thumbnail, I really like this capability, especially when scheduling live streams. And I want to encourage you to go to the description and be familiar with Canva, which is going to be the easiest way to create thumbnails. And these are just going to be social media images that are going to go along with your live stream, and it's going to take you to the next level. Go to choose image, and I'm going to upload an image from last week. Don't pay any attention to the date. And there we go. It's been added. So I have a thumbnail. I can change that. I can delete it. You can also add a trailer that it says playing trailer will also use your bandwidth. I'm not necessarily, in my case, that's a wonderful capability, but I'm not going to use it as of now. And you do have, if you're up a tier, can add a password or 6-digit code for live streams that you only want specific people to have access to. But in this case, we want definitely to go public. It's not going to do us any good if we don't. All right, public. And in this example, just so I don't alert everybody on my YouTube page, I'm going to run this as unlisted, or I could run it as private. And that way we can use it as an example, but I don't have to worry about alerting everybody for just showing a test of a live stream. I'm going to hit save, and we have that set. And I'm not going to use Facebook at this time. Start date, we're going to put this Sunday. Don't pay attention to this date. This is just an example. Moving forward, our upcoming service is going to be 5/11, Mother's Day for this year. I'm going to put my start time at 10:30. As you can see, this is easy to set up. And 10:30 a.m. for Sunday morning. And also, it didn't take. Let me do it again. 10:30. Because I didn't hit OK. So make sure you hit OK. There we go. And then in this case, depending on how long I preach, because I'm the pastor, I'm going to be on the safe side and put 12 o'clock because we go a little longer on Sunday morning most of the time. This can be changed later, which is wonderful. And you can still end the stream anytime that if it's earlier or something, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to do auto start. I'm going to do that on my own because I like that capability, but maybe you like it when you hit OBS, you don't have to take the next steps, but I do like the ability to control that. In my case, it's up to you. You can repeat up to 10 events, which is pretty neat, and I may try to use that in the future. But for right now, I'm just going to use my normal workflow. I'm going to go to create, and as you can see, there we go. It's scheduled to begin in 2 days. My Sunday service. I can edit the event. I can copy the link. I can share to social media, and it looks like also in this case, I can embed it on the website. You'd have to be in the upper tiers. I can have a player with full featured, and then I would take this code and preview the embed code. Let's see what we get. And that's what it's going to look like. All right, which is pretty cool. You got the chat and other platforms used to have this capability, but again, they raised the prices. You got the comments, related events, and then the countdown, which is great. I really like that feature. And let's see what this one looks like. It'll probably let us preview that one. Okay, so you just got the video in that case and the description. I'm going to close that preview, and then just the player itself preview. And that is just the basic video and the countdown, which is awesome. I like the countdown. All right, and the full featured. In my case, I would use, well, there's a link. I would use inline framing, and I would copy this code and embed it in the website. And I can show you that in a future video if you are, or a short if you're interested in that. But let's say you're just ready to start the event. You would log in. You would bring up OBS to be ready for that, and then you would bring up YoloLiv in order to distribute to multiple locations. When I click on it, I've got my player, and you can see all the capabilities. You're going to be able to monitor comments, which is great because you can engage with your congregation and your audience, overlay videos, analytics, and later I want to use these overlays or lower thirds, which can be a nice feature to add to our live stream, but we don't have to worry about everything, and we don't have to know how everything works. Just let's get our live stream going. Okay, so as you can see, you can view it on YoloCast, embed it, share it, email it. That's pretty neat. This is able to promote Twitter, email, copy URL, appearance settings. Let's see what that's about. Okay, the event is about to start, or we can add our own message, countdown timers. All right, very good. Branding. Pretty awesome. So it looks like, okay, very neat. So I'm still exploring this. All right, back to the video. All right, you see all the capabilities that we have featured over here. Let's show you how to go live. We're going to go over to OBS. And the way I'm going to do it is make sure all my scenes, and right now I'm just doing a recording of my screen as an example, and I've already added my stream settings, my server, and my stream key URLs. All right, start streaming. And as I'm in OBS, I always like to go to docs, and you can add stats, and we can, once things get going pretty good, we can go ahead and get it warmed up and make sure we're not dropping any frames, and we got a good bit rate for our everything looks good. All right, it's only using 5% of my CPU. All right, everything looks good there for stats. I can close that out, or I can add it somewhere in the player. I'm just gonna get rid of that. So everything looks good here. We haven't yet went live to YouTube. So I'm streaming, and it's going to YoloLiv, or YoloCast, I should say. And then it is found here. And what we're going to do in order to technically go live, in our case, is go live, big red button at the top. Please confirm. Are you ready? And we're going to give it a few minutes, as it says, a few seconds, I should say, as it is connecting to YouTube. And while it's doing that, I'm actually going to log into YouTube, Studio, Content, and then Live. As you can see, we are connected to YouTube. I'm going to go up to our example. I've already found the URL to save us time. And you can see that I am safely streaming. And what is neat is I am doing it in full HD. Go back to YoloCast. If somebody was to comment, I can go to comments and reply to those and engage with my audience. To stop the live stream, I'm going to go to stop event. We can also edit the time if you need to go a little longer, and you can adjust that accordingly. That's nice to be able to do that in real time. Or either we can just, when we're done, hit stop event and then confirm it, stop event. So there you have it. We have successfully created and streamed using YoloCast. So be sure to check it out. Look in the description below for helpful links to help you and equipment I use to record this video. And we'll see you in the next one.